Good afternoon, friends and subscribers. My name is Dr. Mayur Pai and I am an IVF specialist working in Goa in India. Today's video is all about HMG injection, that is human menopausal gonadotropin. Today I am going to talk about various aspects of this injection. So before I proceed with the video, I'll just elaborate on what all we are going to speak about. We are going to speak about the different uses of the hormone, what the hormone injection contains. We'll be also unboxing the injection and the different types of this injection that is available. Also, I'll be talking about the cost associated with this injection and the cost of IVF roughly associated with this injection. Also, I'll be talking about the different forms like lyophilized as well as liquid stable products which are newly available in the market. We'll also be discussing some of the important frequently asked questions like how HMG works. I will also be talking about how HMG is used in a case of IUI as well as in a case of IVF, what are its doses and stimulation protocols. Also, how HMG is different from pure FSH or rFSH, why cetrorelix added to HMG stimulation, and can HMG be used at the age of 40 years as well as in a young age of 20 years. You can go directly to the timeline and go to the topic which most interests you, or you can see the whole video. So let us begin. Here on your screen you see a box which is of menotropin for injection, that is 150 IU pack, which is also called commonly HMG 150. You can see over here it is written as lyophilized, means it is a powder form. So there are different types of HMGs available that I will be showing you as the video goes ahead. So what is menotropin or HMG used for? HMG is basically used as a stimulating hormone for your ovaries. HMG injection contains 150 international units of FSH as well as 150 international units of LH. These are two different hormones that stimulate your ovary to produce eggs. In a man, these injections can also be used to cause spermatogenesis in certain cases. We'll go about the details about the male sperm in a different video. So today's video will be sticking more to the female topic. Now I'll be telling you what are the different quantities in which this injection is available. As you can see on your pack, this is a pack of 150 international units. You also get boxes of 75 international units, then 150 international units. These are all available as highly purified. I'll explain to you what highly purified means. Also, you get a box of 225 units, that is a 225 units of HMG, which is in a conventional or a non-pure form. Nowadays you get liquid stable HMG, which is also available in the vial form. You get 600 IU vial, as you get a 600 IU vial, which is seen over here. Here you can see menotropin or HMG 600 international units in 2 ml. So this is a pack which is a liquid stable pack of HMG 600. So the doctor can titrate exactly what dose he requires. Maybe the doctor requires a dose of 100 IU. So you cannot have a 100 IU pack from lyophilized HMG. You have to either use 75 or 150 or make a mixture of 75 plus 150 to get your 2 to 5 dose. However, if your dose is something like an odd figure like 200, you can definitely use this sort of a vial to cause that 200 to happen. So these are used in special cases. I frequently use these in my practice, especially in cases of IUI. You can also get these vials of 1200 IU. However, I don't have a pack right now to show you. You also get HMG as a 150 international units liquid stable pre-filled syringe. So I'll be unboxing all these 3 packs which I have right now, and you will come to know exactly how these work. So now I'll be talking about the cost of HMG injection. HMG in the lyophilized form is roughly around 2000 to 2100 rupees for a pack of 150 IU, whereas the liquid stable HMG is a little bit more on the costly side. This will cost you approximately 2200 to 2300 rupees. So how do we give or how do we administer HMG injection? Totally it depends on the type of HMG that we are dealing with. Okay, so this is a lyophilized HMG that you can see on your screen. So I'll unbox it and I'll show you exactly what is there inside the box. Once you open the box, you will find that this is a pack containing a vial. The vial has powdered HMG that you can see. You can see the powder right here. So okay, so your HMG is found in a powder form in the vial, that is lyophilized HMG, which is always sold in the same pack with a diluent, which is a liquid. So all that you have to do is you have to take the liquid in a syringe, add it to the vial, and this vial becomes liquid. This liquid is then sucked into your syringe and administered either IM or it is administered subcutaneously using an insulin syringe. This is a typical insulin syringe in which you can draw it out and you can give it subcutaneously using this small needle. This is a very painless technique of injecting the woman so that her IVF experience or her IUI stimulation is not very painful. Lyophilized HMG, that is the HP type, which is highly pure, contains very small amounts of impurities, that is less than 5% impurities, and it can be given subcutaneously, that means using the insulin syringe, or you can also give this using a 2 ml standard syringe for intramuscular use, that is you can get it injected on your buttock as well. The beauty with lyophilized HMG is if you require more than one vial, you can mix it using the same diluent in such a way that in a single 2 ml syringe you can load up to 300 or 450 international units of HMG. Now I'll be talking about this type. This is a liquid stable HMG. In a liquid stable HMG, let us unbox this and show you. Once you open it, you find that there is no diluent and the HMG which is available is already in a liquid form. So all that we do is we have to aspirate how much dose your doctor has given in the insulin syringe and you can inject it to the lady subcutaneously. This is never given in a 2 ml syringe intramuscularly because this is a concentrate. If you give it using a 2 ml syringe subcutaneous intramuscularly, most of the product will remain inside the dead space of a 2 ml syringe and you will find that you have wasted the product and hardly it enters the body. So when you are using a liquid stable product, you should always use insulin syringe to inject it. Now I will be showing you what is found inside a pre-filled syringe pack. Once you open this pre-filled syringe pack, you find a beautiful syringe inside which is preloaded with the drug. Okay, here you can see that the liquid drug is already inserted and the syringe is pulled to the back and it's ready for injection. All you need to do is remove this cover right here and inject it subcutaneously into the lady's arm. So once you open it up, you will find that the needle is a very small needle, just similar to a small insulin syringe needle. This is fairly little bit expensive as compared to the lyophilized HMG. However, when you are giving a 150 IU dose, this is the best way of giving it to the lady, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. When the lady can take this home, she need not mix it with anything else and it is ready to be used. So all my IVF patients in these COVID times are presently on this sort of injections which they can self-inject to themselves in the safety of their home. Also, there is another type of HMG which is available, which is called conventional or non-highly purified HMG. It is a different type of HMG, a little bit more economical as compared to even the highly pure HMG. However, it can only be given intramuscularly, means only IM injections can be given and it cannot be given subcutaneously. So kindly read your boxes quite well and your doctor should definitely know about it, and he or she will definitely tell you how these different types of injectables are used and injected. How does HMG injection work in your body? As I have told you before, HMG injections contain follicle stimulating hormone as well as luteinizing hormones. These hormones enter the lady's system, they work on the ovary and they stimulate the different follicles or the eggs which are present in the lady's ovary. Depending on what dose your doctor has chosen, this will either lead to the development or single or a very few follicles, or it may lead to superovulation, that is production of more than one follicle, where the aim is to produce 5 or more follicles for either IUI or IVF purpose. So what are the complications that are there with an injection of HMG? The complications depend usually on the type of disease and the patient selection for whom you are planning to do the ovarian stimulation. If the dose that has been decided for the patient is slightly on the higher side, or if the lady has responded more to the given dose, then this can lead to a phenomena called ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome. It is commonly called OHSS. This is a type of condition in which the lady may have very bulky ovaries, she will be overstimulated, there may be little bit of ascites, that is the abdomen may contain some excess amount of fluid. At all costs, OHSS is to be avoided, and your clinicians are often very well trained in how to treat as well as how to prevent OHSS. OHSS is mostly found in the case of polycystic ovary patient who is undergoing stimulation. We very rarely get OHSS cases nowadays because the type of stimulation, the different freezing protocols and the different methods of predicting OHSS have changed, and this has led to a very safe IVF or IUI stimulation even in polycystic ovary patients. How is HMG used in an IUI case? In a case who is undergoing stimulation for IUI, HMG is one of the most beautiful drugs that can be given for ovarian stimulation. The eggs or follicles that are produced with the help of HMG injections are totally beautiful as compared to the follicles which are derived either from letrozole or clomiphene citrate stimulation. Also, the endometrium that HMG produces is always amazing. When drugs like clomiphene citrate or letrozole are used to cause ovarian stimulation, there is always a detrimental effect on the lady's endometrial lining. That means the endometrial lining or endometrial thickness, which is popularly called ET, may be way thinner as compared to if the lady was stimulated using HMG or FSH. Hence, if at all the lady is stimulated with HMG and IUI is done for the lady, then we can even expect up to a 3-fold increase in her IUI successes as compared to when giving clomiphene citrate or letrozole. While stimulating an IUI patient with HMG, the main idea or the main aim of the procedure is to cause follicle stimulation up to 3 or 5 follicles. Stimulating an IUI patient with more than 5 follicles is not very much recommended due to the certain side effects that it may cause. So IUI stimulation, we use a slightly lighter dose or a smaller dose as than what we would have used for IVF, and our aim would be to cause up to 5 follicle growth. Ideally is 3 or 4 follicles, not more than that. So how is HMG used in an IVF cycle? HMG is one of the most popular drugs worldwide for IVF stimulation. The mixture of FSH and LH in the same pack causes a beautiful follicle growth in most patients. The beauty of this drug is that it can be used for a wide variety of cases. HMG stimulation can very well be used in ladies who are in their mid-20s as well as in those ladies who have crossed 40 years of age. However, the dose used for youngsters is different as compared to those ladies who are more than 40 years of age. Also, HMG dosage in IVF totally depends on the lady's BMI or body mass index. Just to make it very simple to understand, a lady who is taller and more heavier may require a way higher dose of HMG as compared to a lady who is leaner and shorter. So as the body size increases, the dose also goes higher. Also, in a younger lady, we use slightly lighter doses as compared to a lady who is 40 and above. Now I'll tell you about how a typical IVF stimulation is done using HMG injections. I'll take the help of this small chart that I have made to tell you exactly how IVF stimulation is done using HMG injections. The lady typically presents on the first or second day of her menstrual cycle to the IVF clinic or the hospital. On the date of her arrival for the ultrasound, we do her baseline ultrasound, which basically gives us an idea of a total antral follicle count on both the sides. That means we just count the number of eggs which are there on both the ovaries. Then HMG, based on the dose which is best suitable for the particular patient, is chosen and a daily dosing is done. So normally in my practice, when the lady comes on day 2, I give the doses for the next 5 days. That is, HMG is given on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th day. Roughly by the end of these 5 days, when I call her for an ultrasound, that is on the 7th day of her cycle, we typically find that her follicles are more than 10 mm in size. That is a very good finding that we get. Also, depending on her ovarian response, we again titrate the dose of HMG. That means if the response is lesser than required, then we give an increased dose, or if we find that the dose is optimum, we continue the same dose. Very rarely we find that the dosing is much higher than what is required, so that is when we may decrease the dose of HMG than what we have chosen initially. After the 7th day of her cycle, we may end up calling the lady on either every alternate day or every second alternate day. So roughly during her stimulation, when we find that the follicles have reached 14 mm in size or more, we end up adding an injection called cetrorelix or an antagonist to her cycle. So that means she will be receiving her HMG as before. Along with that, she will have a co-injection of cetrorelix, which is an antagonist. How cetrorelix works is that it prevents a premature LH surge, which is going to be detrimental for the IVF stimulation. Means if the lady has an LH surge due to the HMG stimulation, then she is going to have a poor result in a IVF cycle. Cetrorelix injection prevents this LH surge. However, it has to be given on a daily basis. So after the follicles have reached roughly 14 mm in size, she will get a co-injection of cetrorelix on a daily basis along with her stimulation. Roughly after 10 to 12 days of stimulation with HMG injection, we will find that the lady's follicles have reached maturity. That means the follicles have reached 18 millimeters in size. This means that the lady's follicles are ready for the oocyte pickup part in IVF. So this is when we will be giving them a trigger injection, which is HCG. We usually choose a trigger of 10,000 international units of HCG injection for a complete maturation of the lady's oocytes. Once this is done, once 35 hours have elapsed after HCG trigger, we do the transvaginal oocyte aspiration or pickup. So I have given you a rough idea of how IVF stimulation is done using the HMG protocol with antagonist cetrorelix. Now let me go slightly in detail why cetrorelix injection is given and what is cetrorelix. Here on your screen I am showing you a box of cetrorelix injection. Each packet contains only a single dose, which is a daily dose, which is given for IVF or IUI stimulation. This injection is called an antagonist, and first I'll open it and show you. Every box contains a diluent as well as the drug. So here is a vial, as you can see over here. It's the powder form, that is lyophilized form of cetrorelix injection. As usual, we have to mix the diluent in the powder to make your drug, which is ready for injection. So each box contains 0.25 milligrams of cetrorelix, which is your daily dose required for IVF or IUI stimulation. So what are the uses of cetrorelix? So what happens is, when we superovulate a lady, that means we are producing close to 5 or more follicles in a lady, the lady has something called a premature LH surge. This LH surge may cause premature ovulation, or it may just destroy the entire fertility which is there in the IVF cycle. This daily dose prevents the LH surge for a period of 24 hours. Hence, every 24 hours this injection is given to the lady. Ideally, it is preferred that the lady takes this injection exactly at the 24th hour on a daily basis for a perfectly managed IVF or an IUI cycle. Here I would like to bring your attention to the latest type of Cetrorelix injection, which is again a pre-filled or a liquid stable Cetrorelix. So let me unbox this to show you exactly what I mean by a liquid stable product. If you open this, again just like the HMG I had shown you, we find that the drug is already pre-filled into the syringe and the syringe is found in a loaded form. You just have to remove this cap and you have to inject the lady using a very tiny needle which is hardly this big size. So you can have this injection subcutaneously in the safety of your home every day using this type of an injection. In my practice, especially in these COVID days, we are totally shifting on to these sort of pre-filled syringes which the lady can inject on a daily basis herself in the safety of her home. We do not require any special training to inject this. However, we always train our patients when they come for their initial visit. That means the patients normally inject once or twice before our eyes under our supervision, and they get trained how to safely inject this at their homes. I hope today's video was educational with respect to the HMG, its different uses, side effects, as well as the different types of HMG injections which are available in Indian practice. When HMG is used, an IVF will cost anywhere between 1.5 lakhs to 2 lakh rupees in the Indian market, and this is a very good cost as far as doing an IVF and completing your family is concerned. For anything specific as far as your questions is concerned, I would be very happy to answer them. To let me know in the comment section below, and in case you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Your subscriptions keep us motivated to produce more informational videos about IVF, IUIs, fertility and laparoscopy in general. Until next time, thank you.